Well, hello. I just wanted to touch bases with you about a few things. A couple of issues have come up, and this is a good time. We're just past the halfway point, and so I thought I'd use this few moments to clarify a few things. Okay. First of all, you want to make sure, once again, although I've been stressing this all semester, that in your discussions, that you post two responses. One to the questions, based on the supplemental reading, excuse me, and the other, you want to make sure that you respond to another student's posting. Okay, you want to respond critically. Uh, I'm no longer explaining why you've received anything less than 10 points. It's either you did not structure your responses right, or you did not post a second response to another student, or usually one of those two reasons, okay? So if you are still receiving less than 10 points on the discussions, you need to really check that. You need to, first of all, go into the first 3 weeks of discussions. And in those first 3 weeks, I did provide explanations and look at my comments, okay? That's what you need to do, because some of you are still asking me, why am I receiving fewer than 10 points? And I try to be very explicit about that, but you need to look at my comments. I will, however, be going back to the first week because there was some ambiguity in the syllabus. Those of you that received less than 10 points in the first week discussion, I'm going to change that and give, as long as you responded, 10 points. But that's just for the first week's discussion, okay? Excuse me, not the first week, but the first week number 1 discussion. A number of you missed the second exam, and that's too bad. Because there are no makeup opportunities for these exams. So I will most likely be dropping those of you who missed this exam because, especially if I see that it's going to likely result in a fail in the class for you. So some of you missed the second exam, and that was very detrimental. It's going to be very detrimental to your grade. Okay, now let me clarify something on this SLO term paper. Number of you are confused and seem not to be aware of what we mean by sociological imagination. Let me read. I have a copy of, I think this is about the 6th or 7th page in the syllabus here. Okay, let me just basically read, because apparently some of you have not even read that. By the end of the course, each student will write a paper that reflects an ability to think sociologically. This means that the student is developing what C. Wright Mills referred to as a sociological imagination. This concept pertains to the ability to recognize the many ways that elements of the larger social structure influence personal outcomes. The paper then will be a sociological biography or autobiography that focuses on the various social structures, micro or macro, that have influenced the student. Now, throughout the semester, I hope by now that it's becoming clear to you that the focus has been on many parts of the social system. We've looked at culture already. We're going to later be looking at the criminal justice system, and in fact, this week. And later, we'll be looking at some of the major institutions of society, the political and economic institutions. We'll be looking at family and so forth. And then when we talk about, or when we consider micro structures, we're talking about perhaps the roles or the statuses that you occupy. So the point here, what I want you to write about is a sociological biography or autobiography that discusses some of the significant parts of the social system that have influenced you, that have shaped you. Have it been your family, the values and ways of behaving in the family, or could it be your culture? What has been a major force in shaping your perception of the world? It has to have something to do with one of the many parts of the social structure. This is, in the nutshell, what I want you to write about. So, if you're unclear, some of you have asked for examples. Well, I don't think that's necessary. Just look at some of these elements, whether it be the family, whether it be culture, whether it be, let's suppose, an experience, a negative experience with the criminal justice system that have had a major impact in your life. Okay, so could it be your parents, uh, or could it be something having to do with the education system? Any of these would suffice. Okay, but I want you to elaborate on how uh, this concept has shaped your outcome of the world. Okay, and then of course the criteria. Some of you apparently have not read that. Also, is laid out there, right on that same page. That it must be 4 to 6 pages, 12 font double spaced with 1 inch margins. It also must be proofread and spell checked. You know, I haven't been grading you off for your grammar on the exam, as long as, I'm more interested that you're demonstrating an understanding of the concepts. But you will be held accountable for the FLO term paper, the grammar in it specifically. Okay. As far as the summary, which I am beginning to review now, is just give me an idea, identify what factors are you're going to be looking at in your paper in terms of identifying those factors that have shaped you. Okay, let me go to the. I'm going to go to the page for a minute. I want to express my appreciation for one of the students. Um, let's see here. Oh, Akisa. Okay, thank you very much. I noticed I'm looking here in chat, and I noticed that you assisted me really in explaining to some of those students that seem to be not too sure about what to write about. And obviously, you had a much better handle on it, and I see what you pointed out in the chat room. By the way, those of you that are leaving messages for either me or other students in chat room, you may not get an answer. The proper channel for that would either be the discussion module, or either the weekly discussion modules. Okay, that's where you want to leave messages. Many of you make statements in chat which clearly reflect. Well, it clearly indicates you haven't read the syllabus. Okay, so you want to try to look at the syllabus first. I've been uh, pointing that out all semester, pointing the importance out of that. Okay, a couple of more things. Do not leave. Okay, I'll reopen the assignment for the brief summary just after I upload this video. And those of you that have not posted it will be able to do so as long as you do so by tomorrow night. Okay, it'll close tomorrow, which will be Sunday night. Okay, have a nice day.